If I asked you to name every single dietary decision that affects every meal your family eats 3 times a day, every single day, for decades, most people would not say the cooking oil, but they should, because the oil is the foundation on which every Indian meal is built. The dal, the sabzi, the paratha, the tadka, none of it reaches the body without first passing through the oil it was cooked in. And most Indian kitchens are cooking on a foundation level, that is at the molecular level, actively producing disease. Today I'm going to rank every major cooking oil used in India from worst to best. I'm also going to name the specific brands you're probably buying right now and explain exactly what those oils are doing inside your body at cellular level, and tell you precisely what your kitchen should look like when this video ends. I had a patient, a 41-year-old woman from Nagpur, a school teacher. She came to me with a persistent LDL cholesterol of 178 milligrams per deciliter, despite of eating what she genuinely believed was a careful diet. She was not eating fried food every day. She was not eating mithai every night. She exercised 3 times a week. She cooked with what the packaging told her was a heart-healthy refined sunflower oil. I told her to change one thing, not her food, not her exercise, just the oil. And 12 weeks later, her LDL had dropped to 141 milligrams per deciliter. Her HDL had risen from 9 points and her fasting triglycerides had fallen from 183 to 142. She had changed nothing else. The food was the same, but the oil was different. And that is why I want every person watching this to understand it completely before they walk into a supermarket again. Before starting, let's understand what refining actually does. The word refined actually means at molecular level, because the marketing on these bottles has completely inverted the reality of what these oils are. Extracting oils from seeds at an industrial scale requires a chemical solvent called as hexane. Hexane is classified as a processing aid and does not have to be declared on the label. So although traces may remain in the final product, its presence is not known to consumers. The N-hexane isomer, which constitutes the majority of commercial hexane, is known primarily as a neurotoxic substance and is classified as a suspected endocrine disruptor. And critically, India permits hexane levels in vegetable oils 5 times higher than European limit. After hexane extraction, the oil goes through deodorization, which involves heating the oil at temperatures between 180 and 260 degrees Celsius under very low pressure. At those temperatures, the vitamin E content of the oil, which exists as tocopherols that protect both the oil and your cells from oxidative damage, is completely destroyed. The polyphenols that give cold-pressed oils their color, flavor, and anti-inflammatory properties are completely eliminated. The refining process leads to trans fat formation, which is linked to heart disease and obesity, and to increase in omega-6 fatty acid that drive chronic inflammation when consumed in excess. What you get at the end of this process is a colorless, tasteless and odorless liquid that has been stripped of every naturally occurring protective compound of the seed contained. The packaging calls it heart healthy, but the mechanism completely disagrees. With that foundation in place, here is the ranking. On number 6 is refined oils. This category includes refined sunflower oil, refined soybean oil, refined rice bran oil, and any blended refined oil regardless of what the packaging claims. The brands you know from this category are Fortune Sunlight, Saffola Gold, which markets itself as a heart-healthy oil and is one of the most widely purchased refined oils in India. Sundrop, which runs on the message of lightness and vitamins, Dhara refined sunflower oil, Gemini, Gold Winner, which dominates South Indian markets, Nature Fresh in the refined variant, and Freedom. These are the oils found in majority of the Indian kitchens today. Here is what they're actually doing. Refined sunflower and soybean oils contain between 60 to 70% omega-6 polyunsaturated fatty acids, primarily linoleic acid. The ideal omega-6 to omega-3 ratio for human health is approximately 4 to 1. The typical Indian diet that relies on refined sunflower or soybean oil for daily cooking has an omega-6 to omega-3 ratio estimated between 15 to 1 and 20 to 1. This chronic omega-6 dominance drives the overproduction of pro-inflammatory eicosanoids through the arachidonic acid pathway, producing low-grade systemic inflammation that is now understood to underlie insulin resistance, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, cardiovascular diseases, and certain cancers. When the same refined oil is reused even once for frying, the already damaged polyunsaturated fatty acids produce toxic aldehydes, including 4-hydroxynoenal and malondialdehyde. Research published in Current Medicinal Chemistry found that these compounds produced by reheating refined oils have direct cytotoxic effects on vascular endothelial cells, the cells that line the arteries. Most Indian households reuse refined oil multiple times. Every reuse increases the aldehyde load dramatically. If you have any of these brands in your kitchen, this video is for you, so keep watching. On number 5 is extra virgin olive oil. The brands you know from this category are Figaro, Desano, Leonardo olive oil and Olive Active, which markets itself specifically to Indian consumers. Between them, these brands have built a significant market in Indian urban household over the last 15 years. Extra virgin olive oil is not unhealthy, but I want to be very clear that its polyphenol content, particularly oleocanthal, which inhibits COX-2 enzyme with a mechanism similar to ibuprofen, is well documented. This oleic acid content is genuinely cardioprotective. The Mediterranean research base behind it is the largest of any cooking oil in the world. But 3 practical realities make it wrong as a primary Indian cooking oil. First of all, the smoking point of extra virgin olive oil is approximately 190 degrees Celsius. Above that smoking point, the olive oil's polyphenols break down and its fatty acids begin producing the same oxidation products that make refined oil dangerous. The health benefit collapses precisely at the temperature Indian cooking requires it the most. Secondly, at over 1200 to 1500 rupees per litre for genuine extra virgin oil quality, it's not financially practical for 3 meals a day Indian cooking for most of the family. Thirdly, a sarson ka saag made with olive oil, a bharta made with olive oil, or Maharashtrian pitlo made with olive oil, use it raw for salad dressing, for chutney thinning, or for drizzling raw on roasted vegetables. Do not cook Indian food with it at high temperatures. It will not deliver what the marketing has promised. On number 4 is cold pressed sesame oil. The brands available in this category are Idham Sesame Oil, which is one of the most recognized sesame oil brands across South India, Anand Cold Pressed Sesame Oil, 24 Mantra Organic Sesame Oil, Patanjali Sesame Oil, and in premium segments, Conscious Foods and Two Brothers Organic Farm Sesame Oil. Research published in Food and Chemical Toxicology has confirmed that sesmol directly inhibits NF-κB, the master inflammatory transcription factor that drives chronic low-grade inflammation in insulin resistance, cardiovascular disease, and multiple cancer pathways. When NF-κB is inhibited, the production of downstream inflammatory cytokines, including TNF-alpha and interleukin-6, falls. This is why sesame oil has been used as both cooking oil and a therapeutic oil in Indian and Asian traditions for over 3000 years without refrigeration and without going rancid. The ligands themselves function as a natural antioxidants that protect the oil's polyunsaturated fatty acids from oxidation during storage and medium heat cooking. This natural stability is why sesame oil survives without chemical preservatives. Charak Samhita identifies til, that is sesame, as the most beneficial of all oils for both internal use in cooking and external use in Abhyanga. The modern mechanism behind that observation is the NF-kB pathway inhibition that sesame produces. Cold pressed sesame oil has a smoking point of approximately 177 degrees Celsius and is best used for medium heat cooking as a finishing oil and in preparations where its deep nutty flavor enhances the dish. It is not suitable for deep frying or high heat tadkas. On number 3 is cold pressed coconut oil. The brands available in this category are KLF Nirmal, which is one of the most trusted cold pressed coconut oil brands in Kerala and Tamil Nadu, Coco Soul cold pressed virgin coconut oil, Patanjali extra virgin coconut oil, 24 Mantra organic virgin coconut oil, Conscious Food virgin coconut oil, and the more widely available Parachute coconut oil in its coconut only unrefined variant, not the refined version. Coconut oil was targeted by a campaign in the 1990s driven by its high saturated fat content. That campaign failed to account for a critical biochemical distinction. The saturated fat in coconut oil is not the long chain saturated fat found in red meat or processed food. Coconut oil is composed predominantly of medium chain triglycerides, especially the lauric acid at approximately 49%, caprylic acid at approximately 8%, and capric acid at approximately 7%. Medium chain triglycerides are metabolized through a fundamentally different pathway from long chain saturated fats. They are transported directly to the liver via portal circulation rather than being packaged into chylomicrons and entering the lymphatic system, which is the route through which long chain saturated fats contribute to arterial plaque formation. In the liver, MCTs are rapidly converted to energy and to ketone bodies rather than being stored as adipose tissue. Lauric acid specifically has documented antimicrobial activity against gram-positive bacteria, certain fungi, and lipid-coated viruses, and has been shown to raise HDL cholesterol while producing less atherogenic LDL particle compared to other saturated fats. The populations of Kerala and Tamil Nadu have used cold-pressed coconut oils as their primary cooking fat for generations. Their traditional cardiovascular epidemiology does not reflect the risk profile that a simplistic reading of saturated fat would predict. Unrefined cold-pressed virgin coconut oil retains all these protective compounds and has a smoking point of approximately 177 degrees Celsius, suitable for medium heat cooking, sauteing, and South Indian tempering. On number 2 is cold pressed mustard oil. The brands available in this category are P Mark Kachi Ghani mustard oil, which holds AG Mark certification and has been in production for over 80 years. Fortune Kachi Ghani pure mustard oil, which is one of the best-selling cold-pressed oils in North India. Taste Kachi Ghani, which scored amongst the top performers in consumer voice quality. The controversy around mustard oil requires complete explanation because it has caused North Indian household to abandon one of the most cardioprotective cooking oils available to them. Studies conducted more than 40 years ago in rats demonstrated an association between ingestion of large amounts of erucic acid and cardiac damage. This evidence prompted the FDA to ban mustard oil for cooking. But in contrast to US ban, mustard oil is one of the most popular cooking oils in Asia, particularly in India, where it is recommended as a heart-healthy oil by Lipid Association of India. The clinical evidence from human population supports that recommendation. A randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled trial published in Cardiovascular Drugs and Therapy, known as the Indian Experiment of Infarct Survival, tested mustard oil directly against placebo in patients with suspected acute myocardial infarction. After 1 year, total cardiac events were significantly less in mustard oil group compared with the placebo group. Kachi Ghani means cold pressed, the first pressing of the mustard seed at low temperature without heat or chemicals. The oil must be deep amber gold in color with a sharp pungent smell. If it is pale and odorless, it has been refined and belongs in the category 6. When you buy Kachi Ghani mustard oil, look for the AG Mark Grade 1 certification on the label. P Mark carries it. Check for it on whichever brand you choose. On number 1 is ghee. The brands available in this category span 2 tiers. For everyday cooking, the most widely available options are Amul cow ghee, which is the national benchmark for everyday use. Mother Dairy Pure Cow Ghee, Patanjali Cow Ghee, Ashirwad Swasti Pure Cow Ghee by ITC and Govardhan Cow Ghee by Parag Milk Foods. In the premium A2, Anveshan A2 Ghee, Two Brothers Organic Farms Desi Cow Ghee and Country Delight Cow Ghee are made using traditional churning methods from indigenous cow breeds and offer a meaningfully different nutritional profile. Ghee is clarified butter from which milk solids and water have been removed, leaving behind pure fat with a smoke point of approximately 250 degrees Celsius. That smoke point is the first reason ghee belongs at the top of this ranking. Indian cooking routinely reaches 200 to 220 degrees Celsius during tadka and high heat sauteing. Ghee remains structurally stable at these temperatures. It does not produce aldehydes, does not form trans fats, and does not generate oxidized lipids. It is the only cooking fat in this list that can be reused after high heat frying without producing toxic oxidation products on subsequent uses. The biochemical composition of ghee includes butyrate, a short chain fatty acid that is primarily the fuel source of colonocytes, the cells that line the large intestines. Research published in British Journal of Nutrition has confirmed that butyrate strengthens the intestinal barrier, reduces intestinal inflammation, and supports the gut microbiome in ways that produce downstream improvements in insulin sensitivity and systemic inflammation. Ghee also contains conjugated linoleic acid, which has documented effects on body fat distribution and metabolic function and is one of the most effective carriers of fat-soluble vitamins, that is vitamin A, D, E and K, all of which NFHS 5 data shows are deficient across large section of Indian population. Charak Samhita identifies ghrita, clarified butter from cow milk, as the single most important cooking medium in Ayurvedic dietary medicine, described as improving digestion, supporting all 3 doshas in balance, and enhancing the bioavailability of every herb and food consumed along with it. The fat-soluble curcumin in your haldi, the fat-soluble carotenoids in your sabzi, the fat-soluble vitamins in your roti, all of them absorb more completely when ghee is present. The ghee in your dal is not making your meal unhealthy, it is making everything else in the meal more bioavailable. You must consume 1 to 2 teaspoons of desi cow ghee in every meal. And if your budget permits, choose the A2 Biluna tire for direct use and finishing. Amul and Mother Dairy for high volume everyday cooking. And you don't have to be afraid of it. So now, what your kitchen should look like. Now remove every refined oil, every branded sunflower, soybean, rice bran or blended refined oil from your kitchen. Replace it with the following: ghee for high heat cooking, deep frying, tadkas, and anything where the fat will reach above 200 degrees Celsius. Cold pressed mustard oil if you cook North Indian or East Indian food. Look for Kachi Ghani on the label. P Mark, Fortune Kachi Ghani, Dhara Kachi Ghani or Patanjali Kachi Ghani are all accessible options. KLF Nirmal, Coco Soul or 24 Mantra Organic are reliable oils. Cold pressed sesame oil for medium heat cooking and finishing. Now Idyam and 24 Mantra Organic oil are widely available. So extra virgin olive oil for raw salad dressings and only raw applications. The brands that you can use are Borges or Disano, are genuinely good options. Make sure you're not cooking Indian food with them at high heat. Now how to verify any cold pressed oil before you buy it. The oil should have its natural color. Mustard oil should be amber gold, coconut oil should be white and solid below 24 degrees Celsius and smell like fresh coconut. Sesame oil should be darker amber with strong nutty aroma. Groundnut oil should be golden with a distinct warm smell. If any oil that you're buying is pale, colorless and completely transparent and also completely odorless, it has been refined. It belongs to the worst category regardless of what the front of the bottle says. Store all cold pressed oils in dark glass bottles away from direct light and heat. Buy in smaller quantities, and cold pressed oils have a shorter shelf life than refined oils precisely because they have not been chemically stabilized. Make sure you're consuming the oils within 3 to 4 months of opening. The oil that you cook in is not a neutral medium. It is either delivering protective compounds to your every meal your family eats, or it is introducing oxidized lipids, trans fats and petrochemical residues into the foundation of your diet. So make sure you're changing your oil from today. If you like this video, you can leave a comment in the comment section telling me which brand is in your kitchen right now, and make sure you're sharing this video with someone who is still buying refined oil because the packaging says heart healthy. Also, I would like to tell you that my third book, that is about reversing diabetes, is now live for pre-orders on Amazon. This book is a complete roadmap that will help you reverse your diabetes, or if you have diabetes in your family, it is going to help you prevent it. And make sure you're subscribing to this channel, and like we always say, it's never just a diet, it's always a lifestyle. So stay healthy, stay fit, stay grateful and stay blessed.